Welcome everybody to today's session called From Here to There. I am so glad that you were able to join us today in our virtual format. We wish we could all be at Wayne State, but we are making do with what we have. So welcome, let's go ahead and get started. So my name is Julie Krackemeyer and I am the 4-H educator in Colfax and Cumming counties. So in relation to that, my office is located in Schuyler. We are going to get our session started today by talking about our future plans. So our future plans are what we intend to do after we graduate high school. So once we graduate high school, are you planning on entering the workforce? Are you thinking about military? Are you going to go to college? And if you're going to college, where do you think you're going to go? What do you think you might major in? We are going to talk about those future plans. So in order to break into that conversation, we are going to do just a short activity with your classmates there in your classrooms, and you are going to find a partner, and you have 30 seconds. You are going to share what your future plans are, or what you hope your future plans are. And then after about 30 seconds, we're going to change partners and do it 2 to 3 times, depending on how many people are in your class and if you can get around to that many as well. So, and then because we cannot actually high five, I want everybody to give their best air five to their partner after finding out what their future plans are. So we are going to go ahead and pause our video right now to allow you all to discover what your future plans are and what the future plans of your classmates are as well. All right, welcome back. So I hope you all had a great time and were able to discover some great future plans of your friends, or get some better ideas of maybe what you want to do. Even if you are undecided at this point, it's okay to be undecided. It's even okay to be undecided when you graduate high school. But future plans, what we wanted to get done today is to just really start that conversation and get us thinking about where we want to go. So we are going to spend some time today doing a quick group activity. And so in groups of 3 or 4, you are going to answer the 3 questions that I have on my next slide. And you'll have about 10 minutes, if not 15, to answer these questions and move about and have good discussion in your groups at your tables. So at the end of 10 minutes, you will be asked to share some of those answers with your in your classroom, so with your teacher and the rest of your class. So our 3 questions that I would like all of you to be able to answer are, the first one is, what can you do regarding your education to make sure you have a future plan when life doesn't go as planned? So if something happens and your future plans get thrown to the side, what can you do for your education to make sure that you're in a good spot to find a next plan? Second question is, what can you do regarding your career to make sure you have a future plan when life doesn't go as planned? So what is your backup plan? Where do you want to go if plan A doesn't work? What will plan B be, or plan C, or plan D? And number 3 is, name 3 skills you think you should have to help yourself when life doesn't go as planned. So what skills do you think you need to help yourself pivot when life doesn't go as planned? So if I can't go left, I'm going to go right. And what are some skills that you're going to need to help you go right? So what we are going to do, we're going to pause the video again, and we're going to have our teachers split us into groups of 2 or 3 and give us some scratch paper to write down and be able to answer these questions in our group. So you're going to have about 10 minutes to go ahead and answer these questions in your group, and then we're going to have a little bit of debrief time as well within your classroom, so everybody can kind of share their answers and see if we have any similarities or differences. So go ahead and pause the video. All right, so welcome back everybody. You have just been spending some time answering our 3 questions regarding your future. So I know you all had great answers and just some potential answers that you could have had. So what can you do regarding your education at this point and to help you with your future plans? You can maintain a good grade average. Strive to get good grades. All of that is like the foundation, the basis of being able to do well in high school and move on to any sort of post-secondary education, or even in a career field or the military. Number 2, what can you do in your career to help you in your future plans is aim for a career that you like. Just don't pick something because, well, that's what your best friend is doing or that's what your grandma does. If it's not something that you love, find your passions. Follow those, because then you really never work a day in your life. And what are some 3 skills that might help you in your pathway to your future careers? I wrote down time management, grit, and being organized. So we all know that having good time management skills and being organized will get us a long way in life. But then having that perseverance and that grit to keep going when things don't seem as things seem really challenging is also very, very helpful. So these are just some potential answers that you could have seen. I'm sure you all had great answers in your groups and throughout your discussions as well. So let's do some wrap up. So have you ever considered having a backup plan in case things don't go as you plan? So do you have a second plan? Do you have a plan B? Is there a plan C or a D, E, F? One thing that COVID has taught us is you got to have a lot of plans, because all of a sudden something comes along and it doesn't turn out the way you might expect. So when it comes to our future plans, we also need that as well. And it minimizes your stress. So I know from my experience when I was a freshman in college, I knew by the second day of my college experience, so it was a Tuesday morning, it was 8:03, 3 minutes into my 8 o'clock class, I knew that I was in the wrong class, in the wrong major, and I needed to find something different. So I'm really thankful that that happened to me so early in my college career, and I could find my new calling and my passion. But it also caused me a lot of stress because I didn't have a plan B. I was very much ready to just stick with the plan that I had, and I never thought about what if that plan didn't happen. So when we start thinking about our future plans and making our future plans, it's also okay to think outside the box and have a backup and come up with those plans A, B, and C. So thank you everybody for joining us. I hope you had some great conversations today in your classrooms and with your peers. If you have any questions, my contact information is right here. So have a wonderful rest of your day. Thanks everyone.